So if you've been looking at ways to optimize your health or your testosterone levels, then you've probably heard that taking magnesium is a good idea. But what most people don't know is that magnesium is actually the ultimate supplement for optimal health and peak testosterone. So in this video, I'm going to show you why magnesium is so great and how you can take it without side effects. And be sure to watch until the end because I'm also going to show you how to avoid hurting yourself by taking the wrong kind of magnesium. So I always take a holistic health perspective on natural hormone optimization and ways to optimize your health because, in my view, peak health is what leads to peak testosterone levels. And also, in my view, magnesium is one of the most powerful supplements that you can take to support naturally good health. So I personally use magnesium as my foundation to rebuild my health 10 years ago. So 10 years ago, I was 85 pounds overweight. My testosterone level was just 307 nanograms per deciliter. And I eventually lost all that weight and reached over 1,000 nanograms per deciliter. And then I just kept going. And right now, I'm at an all-natural 1,196 nanograms per deciliter of testosterone. And throughout that entire journey, all the way up until right now, magnesium has been my #1 supplement. And so magnesium is usually the first supplement that I start a new client on. So whether I'm helping them to just improve their health in general, or if I'm helping a man to double or triple his testosterone levels, we almost always start with magnesium. So if a person asks me, what's the one supplement that I should take? The supplement I'm going to tell them is magnesium. Now, looking at things from a hormonal standpoint, magnesium has a really good positive impact on your testosterone levels as a man because it's responsible for starting and for completing the testosterone production cycle in your body. So without enough magnesium, that cycle either won't start or it won't finish. And there's been a lot of really well-designed studies that have shown that men who are given a magnesium supplement have a significant testosterone increase. But then the question comes up, well, why should we supplement it? Can't we just get it from food? Well, it's important to understand that our bodies actually burn through magnesium really fast, especially if we're under stress. And I don't know about you, but everybody that I know is pretty stressed out these days. And so another factor is that it's pretty much impossible to get enough magnesium from food, especially because we're burning through it so fast. And so the result is that pretty much 95% of the world is deficient in magnesium. So magnesium deficiency can show as a lot of different symptoms. So it's kind of hard to pin down, but a few of the key symptoms are constipation. That's a big one. Also headaches, heart palpitations, leg cramps, if you're having any kind of numbness or tingling in your fingers or your feet. Something really important to keep in mind is that a magnesium deficiency isn't going to show up on a blood test because your body will actually pull magnesium out of your bones and out of your organs in order to keep your blood levels of magnesium stable. And so that means that people don't know they're magnesium deficient. Now, from a general health standpoint, magnesium is really crucial for hundreds and probably thousands of biological processes that go on in the body every day, every second. So it really helps with things like controlling inflammation. It helps regulate your blood pressure and your blood sugar. Helps to regulate your muscle contraction and relaxation. Also really helps with converting vitamin D3, which is actually a hormone, but converting D3 from its storage form into its active form. Magnesium helps to also regulate your nerve function. So if you're stressed out, it helps relax you. It helps regulate your bowel function. Again, that comes back to that constipation. Magnesium also is really important for sending calcium where it needs to be, so into your bones and into your teeth. And like I mentioned earlier, magnesium also is really important for hormonal production, like testosterone. Another thing magnesium does is it helps to lower cortisol, and that means it helps us deal with stress better. And when you have lower cortisol levels as a man, that means it's going to help you have higher testosterone levels. Magnesium is even a key player in building your DNA inside of your cells. Another thing magnesium does, the list goes on, magnesium helps with your sleep. So taking some magnesium before bed can actually help you get better, deeper sleep and just wake up feeling more refreshed. Another thing it's going to do is, as a man, it's going to help you produce more testosterone while you're asleep. Magnesium even helps you have higher D3 levels because, like I mentioned earlier, it's involved in converting D3 from its storage form to its active form. So what that means is that if you've been dealing with low D3 levels, you might benefit by taking some magnesium, and that will actually improve your D3 level too. And remember, I said you can't get enough magnesium from food. Well, the reason for that is that we actually need a lot more magnesium than the recommended daily allowance, especially if we're under stress, which we all are. And so no matter how good your diet is, you're just not going to get enough magnesium. And so that, combined with all of the things that it does in your body, that's why it's my #1 supplement for your overall health and for optimizing your natural testosterone levels. And so now that I told you about all these great benefits of magnesium, I don't want you to just run out and grab the first thing off the shelf and take a ton of it. You have to be really careful with your dosing, and you need to start with a very small dose and then increase that dose very slowly, just a little bit at a time, because if you take too much magnesium, it's going to give you loose stools. And it could create a little bit of an accident that you don't want to have. Now, the good news is that loose stools are usually the worst side effect of taking too much magnesium. But for some people, it actually makes them tired during the day. And for other people, it can actually give them too much energy if they take it at night. So that's a little weird, right? Why is that? Well, really that has to do with the form of magnesium you're taking most of the time. So the type of magnesium that you take, or really the type of any kind of supplement that you take, is really important. And there's definitely some forms of magnesium you need to avoid, and there's other forms that you need to take during the day and some that you should only take at night. So let's talk about what you need to avoid. First, you should never take magnesium citrate or magnesium oxide. So magnesium citrate is bound to a substance called citric acid, and that sounds pretty harmless, but it's not just about squeezing a lemon or an orange and extracting that citric acid. It's actually pretty toxic. It's made from fermenting fungus. So I don't want to get into that right here, but just keep in mind that you should avoid magnesium citrate and you should avoid magnesium oxide. So for nighttime, what I recommend you take is magnesium glycinate. It's Glycinate. So magnesium glycinate is magnesium bound to a glycine molecule. And glycine is an amino acid that helps your body relax. So that's a good one to take at night to help you sleep. Now, during the daytime, you want to take something like magnesium chloride, magnesium malate, or magnesium taurate. Those are all really good choices for daytime magnesium, and they should all give you a little bit of an energy boost. Nothing huge, but something that you'll notice. Now, speaking of supplements to avoid, you also need to realize that in the supplement world, there's a lot of shady companies and there's a lot of toxic products out there. So you need to do a lot of research on the brand that you're taking. You need to make sure you're only buying from good brands. You don't want to go with some fly-by-night brand, because a lot of supplement companies out there are massively underdosing their products, or they're going to be slipping in ingredients that you don't want. So knowing what not to take and knowing what brands you need to avoid is oftentimes just as important as knowing what you should take. And so that's something I help my clients with, because there are actually 7 master micronutrients that you need to have optimal testosterone production. So I vet all of my supplement suppliers to make sure that we're only taking the best, most pure supplements possible, because I never want to take something that might harm my health, and I want to make sure that my clients are getting amazing results. So I only use the best of the best supplement providers. And so if you're a man and you want help optimizing every level of your health and reaching peak testosterone levels, then reach out to me. And so now that you know why magnesium is the ultimate supplement for optimal health and peak natural testosterone levels, here's a video on how to naturally double or even triple your testosterone. And it has information you're definitely going to need, so be sure to check it out.